Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is Midway and today we're going to be looking at a little bit more StarTrekFleetCommand, always with the hand of Aptoide. And today I want to be talking about researching on the Academy. The Academy, or in this case the Resource and Development Department as they call it in this game. It's going to take a long while to just research through everything, and it's going to be one of the main sources of power in general within the whole game. As you just progress through it, you will be unlocking more stuff, and it will really make a difference whether you focus on one thing or another. So I want to be talking about what you should be focusing on, especially early game, in the research department, as we can call it, the research and development department, right? So obviously just clicking on research is going to show that we have combat or we have station. That's the two choices we have very early on. As you might see, we also have more stuff, but that's going to be locked for a little while until we progress farther within the game. There is a lot more stuff here, but as you can see, it's going to require level 20. So as soon as you get to level 20 operations, you can start doing stuff like that. Away teams will also unlock around level 10-ish, a little bit higher, but it's really simple. At least for the early game, you just unlock more away teams, so you can just send more queues of those kind of quests. And for the most part, it's just going to be doing that for a little while, right? So yeah, that one's pretty simple, not going to be touching much on those, but the other ones, yeah, as you can see, will require 19, and then will require 25, and then the last one will require a lot higher, 38, right? So we're going to be focusing on the ones we are actually going to be using early game, which are combat and station, right? So combat, pretty self-explanatory, is going to give you more power when it comes to dealing damage and taking less damage, or just being more resistant to it, or just having more health, whatever. It's going to be the main focus of your research, and it should be, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And the reason for that is because station, what's really going to be giving you is some stuff which is going to be interesting, like for example, more construction speed is going to be one of the main things you're going to be focusing on as well, because you're going to need to construct basically stuff 24/7. You're really going to get this going as quickly and efficiently as possible, right? So in order to do so, you need to kind of focus a little bit as well on other stuff, like for example, Parasteel Fusion, which is going to be giving you higher production increase when it comes to your resource generators, or just having more storage. Now these are requirements in order to increase your construction speed, so you should kind of try and get the construction speed to a point where you're gonna get a big bonus out of it, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem, because you can always speed up those construction queues. You can just let them overnight, or just speed them up if you really want to be doing so. And if you might think that speeding up sounds crazy or just expensive, you really get a lot of speed ups just from playing the game, doing quests, and really not spending a dime in this game. So you should not be afraid of doing so and using those speed ups, really. And for the most part, you will just be able to spend the longest queues of construction up until level 14, 15, 16-ish, whatever. At that point, it starts to get a little bit longer. But for the most part, the rest of the construction queues are short enough that really focusing on all the production and such, it's kind of a bit of a waste of time. Now, there will be stuff like, for example, prime resources, which the base production of everything just increased by 100%, right? You want to be getting the primes if you can do so, but that's really going to be coming with a big cost of the lithium. And if you can get a big bunch of the lithium by doing stuff, for example, like the battle pass, then for sure, go for it. But it's going to be kind of hard to get that big amount. So yeah, really shouldn't be trying to focus too much on the station research side of things, because really it's just going to be a bit slow. You should get to it at some point, but it's just gonna get you slow you down a little bit when it comes to actually just being able to play the whole game and doing stuff outside of it, like for example just doing more quests to get better rewards, right? So that's why I advise to focus on combat. Now combat is gonna have all sorts of buffs, like for example hull density, more health. It's gonna come with increased base damage, with increased shields. There will be one, for example, in the prime version, which increases 100% bonus to all weapon damage for all ships. So obviously things like this really should be a lot bigger of a focus, because killing stuff really is a lot cooler than just gathering stuff quick, as well as it allows you to do more quests and such and such and such, right? So you should kind of really focus on that as well. Also, it's gonna be allowing you to progress into the higher grade ships, right? For example, to get grade 2 ships, you need to get to this point on the tree and to unlock the Fiendra, which is going to be a big power spike as well, and then eventually to unlock the Turas and such. So really, to unlock the better ships that are free, you should be focusing on the combat research aspect of stuff, and it's really pretty self-explanatory. You should be really trying to aim for whatever's gonna get you to the next ship as quickly as possible. Now, ship upgrades are the biggest power spikes you can get, besides maybe a pretty good combination of officers, but really getting a new ship is kind of the whole point of the game, right? So kind of really gonna be focusing on getting to the next ship unlock. Grade 2 ships, the Findra, then the Turas, and then everything else after that, the Tala, grade 3 ships, the Kera, all of that stuff, right? So just really try and focus on that. Obviously, when you click on that, it's gonna tell you what you should be trying to do in order to get there. And as we can see, we need to get to level 20 before we can get to even unlock the Kera, right? So yeah, kind of self-explanatory in some regard. Combat is more fun than just gathering stuff, but you should at some point kind of focus on station, in particular for the sake of just getting your construction speed a little bit higher, because these early levels almost take no time to research, right? So I could just do so, increase this pretty immediately, and then, you know, I will need to do so a little bit more. But really, it takes almost no effort to invest a few points early on that without really losing too much time or resources leveling up these research, right? So yeah, if you're gonna be doing any sort of spending, trying to speed up any of this stuff by just paying, right, then you should be doing so through Aptoide. Aptoide is a marketplace where you can find apps on Android, and you can then download those apps through Aptoide and play the games just like regularly. The good thing about that is that whenever you make any spendings on the apps, if you're playing them through Aptoide, you can get a cashback of up to 20 or actually 30%, which basically means you get an extra bonus 20 or 30% of any amount of money you're spending as extra value, right? So then you can use that money to make more purchases. So that basically just equates to more value for your money, right? So what happens is that if I was going to make a purchase right here, if I was to click on that, it's gonna open up the wallet, which is just the way you play within Aptoide. It's a separate app on itself, and it's gonna be showing what bonus I would earn, as well as asking for my credit card details. I'm not gonna show that because I need to input the credit card details to show everything else, but I got a video down below in the description where I explain all of that. I have a tutorial on how to set it up for yourself. Takes almost less than 10 minutes. It's really simple, really quick, and then you can just get those bonuses for yourself. If you're gonna be playing any of these games, any Android games, already any mobile games within Android, or within emulators on your PC, then doing so through Aptoide just allows you to get those bonuses if you're making any spendings and just get more value for your money. So any questions you might have, drop them down below in the comments. I'll gladly answer them. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, guys. Let me know what you think about the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. See ya.